back to Corrective Movement Therapy. Today we're going to talk about how to execute our movements properly and safely, and how to reduce the risk of injury whether you're in the weight room or at practice or during your game. Studying films has been around athletics for years. You know, since athletics have ever been around, people have studied practice, how you played in practice, participated in, how that carried over to the game, and how well you performed in your game, and things you can do better as far as running faster, contributing more, getting more rebounds, taking more shots when you have an opportunity. In tackling forms, all those type of things come into the same play when we're talking about lifting. You could be someone that lifts 450 pounds for 5 times easily, but all of a sudden, it starts from the foundation of how you started exercising and how you learned. You can always learn more. There's always a safer way or something more you can be doing when you're doing the movement. Not even talking about the strength that will help you even get more weight or execute the movement more properly and safely, especially when you have a lot of weight that's on the bar, whether it's a bench, deadlift, squat, or overhead snatch. You really need to focus on technique when you get into those type of Olympic lifts. As far as anything else, it's still the same strong importance. Someone that could be going to the gym every day, you're squatting heavy today, but over the last month you've started to have medial knee pain, and you're really wondering why. You're like, you haven't changed your form, and you may have had bad form the whole time, and still was able, with good genetics, to lift heavy weight without really feeling a lot of pain. And now all of a sudden you're feeling it, and you're feeling a little bit aggravation in the tissues, and you're starting to wonder why. And a great way to take the next step to that, to figuring out why, is look at how you lift before you go and put weight on the bar. Take a look in the mirror and see how you look at performing that type of movement before you throw weight on whatever you're doing. For example, with a squat, you could realize by looking laterally. I have a mirror right here. I'm looking laterally at myself. I have a nice side view. I can come down, form a squat, and figure out from here, okay, where do I really need to work on? Do I have am I too restricted in my lower back? Is my butt winking, am I sagging too much? Is this foot too much externally rotated? When I go down, what could be the problem? Sometimes it could be a simple fix as your form looks great, but maybe your right knee caves in and you have valgus when you go down to your squat. Maybe it just takes something as working on a little bit of ankle mobility, or just getting putting the weight on the lateral and rear side of the foot. When you go down a squat, and next thing you know, you're either putting up more weight or you feel way more comfortable when you go down there. Safety is the biggest important when we have you doing these lifts. Range of motion mobility is a huge factor. You could have all the range of motion mobility you want, and still really not grasp the fact of the technique of the exercise and the motion we want you to do. There are times where people are too flexible and too mobile, where we have to strengthen and tighten up those areas. But it's really big importance when you focus on, before you put yourself in the lift, to do that movement first. Make sure, okay, I look good doing it. Like, now I know what to focus on. I feel it. I can see it. And now I'm going to put the weight on the bar, because I know that I'm going to be safe when I go through this movement as a squat or deadlift, no matter what it is. And that's what we really want to just get out to our viewers and discuss. Like, all right, make sure that you're going to be you look good and you feel good when you go into your movements, and that you're going to execute them safely before you start loading up the weight. And if there's anything you could do, like whether it's spending a minute on ankle mobility before you go back into the squat, and then it fixes the problem. Your knees over your toe, or your knees behind your toes, and you can really get into that good form when you go down. But taking the next step to help you prevent injury is another key way to help yourself, essentially, to keep yourself in the gym injury-free. We'll catch you next week. That's Corrective Movement Therapy for this week. All right, thanks for stopping by.